you had the option to pick if you wanted to fill up with as much cash as possible, this bag or this bottle cap. Which would you choose? This bag, right? Exactly. So this bottle cap is representing the $1 million athletes today that are compensating for paying off debts, working countless hours, and injury. Hello, I'm Kate Jones, and I'll be discussing why I think athletes should get paid in NCAA. So the U.S. News Digital Weekly said the college sports industry generates $11 billion in annual revenues. So, saying this, athletes, they are spending countless hours working towards their craft to perfect it in hopes of going professional one day. And they are doing this for free. I mean, what if you had a job, and I'm sure most of you have a job, you go to work, do whatever hours you go, and come home just in hopes of one day of getting a job that's going to pay very well, but you're not getting paid anything. So, I mean, what if you did that? It wouldn't be worthwhile. The cause of these athletes wanting to do this is, like I said, they're wanting to make it to the NBA, the NFL, MLB, whatever it is. They're wanting to make it there in the future. So these athletes, their solution to doing this is in the college basketball aspect of it. You can go to a team, you can quit the team right off the bat and still be eligible for the upcoming draft, which is a few months prior to that. And this helps with the healthiness of the athletes, so they don't have to risk the injury, and they have that time and preparation to either get better or do whatever they need to do in hopes of being a lottery pick. So this brings me to my second one, and that is injury. So I don't know if y'all heard about it. This right here, this is Zion Williamson. He is college basketball athlete's number one dude. He is projected to go number one lottery pick. He's going to be making millions of dollars right off the bat. And during the season, they were playing, I believe it was North Carolina, and he was just simply dribbling. He was just creating a crossover to a defender. And when he went to explode past his defender, his shoe blew up. And I don't know if y'all know how hard it is to just tear up a shoe and to do what he did like that in general. But it's not very easy. And he was taken to the locker room. He suffered a sprained knee, and luckily he returned a few weeks after that to play, but it was not a good deal. I mean, could you imagine him blowing out his knee and not being able to either be number one and get the $1 million signing bonus that he was going to get, or just completely blowing out his knee in general and not being able to play basketball ever again? There's millions of dollars that are just not to his name. So concussion. Concussions are a major conflict in football, as you can see in this picture. They destroy football players' careers. And I believe it's a PLOS ONE article. They conducted an experiment asking certain football players, they were star players, about concussions. And one said, "I don't know much about concussions. I just know that they could be life-threatening and they're serious. I don't know the proper care for them once if you do receive a concussion." So this just demonstrates right here what those star athletes don't even know what they're putting on the line without their knowledge. And so the cause of this injury is just the countless hours. Like I said before, these athletes are pushing themselves to the limits of working, getting very minimal sleep, and this is just causing injury. And so the solution is these athletes, you have someone like Zion Williamson, they show up to practice and they don't really have to give their full effort. They can just jog around, go through the motions. I mean, because what are you going to do? You going to put him on the bench? You can't put him on the bench because he's your best athlete. He's going number one in the draft. So, I mean, he can just go through the motions, not really much at all. He can do whatever he wants. And that's what they're going towards. Next one.
3 minutes.
So the next one is income. Most of these athletes that are star athletes, they are on scholarship, and okay, so they're on scholarship, and this is, I don't know if my testimony is exactly in this, but this, I don't know, I remember who said it, but he was stating that once, it was like not in 1983, I believe it was Sack Allen, in 1983 he was on scholarship. He said when he was going through school, they had not introduced this idea, but since then they obviously have, and now athletes are on scholarships. But could you imagine having to spend those countless hours working, putting in your craft, hoping to go professional, and going to school, and then having a piggy bag of a debt or whatever it is on your back, and having to pay? This is just per Kelchin, Goldrick, and Hosh in 2017. This was the average living for a college student, and that's the same per month. So I mean, saying you don't have a scholarship, you don't have anything, and your hours of the day are at zero, you can't do anything with them, and you're having to pay that per month. So I mean, these athletes are just their solution to all of this is just quitting sport in general, so they don't have to pay any of that. They're just getting their own jobs, going about their career, not having to pay any of this. Okay, next one. And so another alternative is if this sport includes the pay of athletes, then just think of how competitive it could get. I mean, think of it, MLB, NBA, NFL. Just think of how competitive that is. $11 billion they said in this last year for revenues for college sports in general. Just think how much more that could be if you paid your athletes, so your athletes were wanting to stay for extended periods of time. It's just more income for the NCAA. Next one. Okay, so this was the testimony, and then this is the video. Click on that. Or you should just be able to click where it says evidence.
Do what?
On the red lettering. Right there, yeah.
If you live in the Denton area and you are tired of settling with your crew, well, look at, especially football, they're putting their bodies and livelihoods on the line, just like we are at the professional level. And just to say that, college education is enough when universities are making so much money off of athletes, selling your likeness, selling your jerseys, bobbleheads, whatever else, blankets, whatever else they can sell, while you're there for those 3 or 4 years. And the kids deserve it. They should be at least be compensated. I don't know what the number is, but it should be something.
Okay, next one. Okay, so in conclusion, the reason for success of these universities, their major income, is because of these star athletes. They are risking their 7-digit income, per se, in the future when they sign. They're risking their lives or their future success for these universities, which are providing nothing for them. I mean, some are on scholarship, some are not, but who's to say that they really are? I mean, and among all this, it's merely underlying, it's unconstitutional to make someone work for you and get all the benefits and then provide them with nothing. And so, what do you think?